it's fight week. You're now officially in the season. What's the biggest difference that you see being around PFL than from your Bellator days?
It's just every experience is new, but I'm really enjoying it. I can say that.
And do you feel like you should be considered one of the women's MMA GOATs because of your strength of schedule? You fought Ronda Rousey, Amanda Nunes, so many people on your schedule. You might fight Kayla Harrison this season. Do you think you should be considered in that conversation when people speak about it, as you being a former champion as well?
I mean, I think it's for people to decide, not me. So, people, it's up to you guys.
Kayla. Julie. I was thinking in my head. Julie, do you think if you meet Kayla later on and you do have the opportunity to face her, and you do beat her, do you think that validates your career at any point? Because your only losses have been to, the three GOATs that, many can argue back and forth.
Again, I can't look past what I got a big task on Friday night. And then it's a next step and a next step. So I'm just kind of, if it comes down to it, obviously that's somebody that I definitely want to beat. And I came here for the biggest challenges. It's one thing that excited me about coming to PFL. So I gotta worry about my Friday night first, and then from there, next step.
How much preparation went into the outlook of the entire season as a whole? Because the schedule, the back-to-back, the consistent schedule, so to speak, right? So how much did that change your preparation?
It changed it a lot, and also just not knowing who I'd be fighting right away. So preparing for, could be Kayla first, could be Pacheco first, could be Marina first, so just preparing for that kind of wide array of everyone's got a different skill set, and just being totally, I feel like it made me a better mixed martial artist, forced me to focus on my weaknesses, learn new skills, and just develop myself to be as great as I possibly can be. And that's where I'd say the big change for me in my mindset is going forward, because it's like with Bellator, I knew it was always going to be like her or her. It was never like a mix of like, okay, it could be any of these. Well, there could have been, I didn't even know who was going to be a part of the season in the beginning, so it could have been other girls too. So I think that overall, it just made me more complete, and also just knowing that it's a season, so there's no off switch. It's like, okay, it's go time, and it's go time until the end, and that's what excited me. I had these long 1-year gaps between my fights in Bellator. It frustrated me. I think that any mixed martial artist can say that this is pretty cool what PFL is doing, and I'm so happy to be here.
Absolutely. And you have Genah on Friday.
Yeah.
How much have you, studied her game and kind of looked at what she's done in the PFL? Obviously, her season ended with that loss to Kayla Harrison last year. So did you take anything away from that you can apply to this fight coming up?
Absolutely. Study. We do film study every week, break down our opponents, prepare, because it's about preparation too, going in there and knowing who you got. Like, I want to know the person. I want to know everything about the person I'm fighting. And I know that she's been working her butt off. I know that she's probably very disappointed with her last performance against Kayla, and that she's going to come in hungry and with some more skills under her belt. But that's what I'm prepared for. I didn't come here to get easy fights and people that I can walk all over. I came here to test myself, show how great I am, and that's what I plan on doing.
Now, obviously, like you kind of touched on it a little bit, not knowing the schedule and who you're going to be facing. Like, if you had your choice, would you rather face Kayla earlier or later in the season?
You know what? I don't know. I kind of was like, it is what it is. So I'm cool with anything, and that's my mentality. That's like, I'm cool with whoever I fight. I'm ready for whoever I fight, and it'll be what it'll be. But that's my mentality.
Hello, Julia.
Hi.
Thank you for being here. So, 3 wins in a row. This is a really important fight, being in this regular season. How do you visualize this season going on? We saw your great fight last year. How do you visualize this season?
Winning, and being dominant, and showcasing who I am, showcasing all the aspects of my game, putting it all together and coming out with my hands raised. That's how I visualize it. But again, you prepare for everything, right? So I went through hell and back in training camp, and I'm ready for a war on Friday night. I'm ready to finish it in the first round. I'm ready for anything. So yeah, I visualized the perfection of it, and I've really visualized hiccups along the road, and I'm kind of just, again, I said I'm ready for everything. So
When everybody saw your record, you have 3 losses to basically the 3 goals to a lot of people. Do you think that if you beat Kayla in the probably in finals or something like that, that could put you in the top goals of women MMA?
you know, again, it's something that I don't really think that much about. Every opponent, I just kind of take it one step at a time, and whoever it is that I'm facing, obviously those losses piss me off. I'm a competitive mixed martial artist that I want to be the best. So they piss me off. I want them back, but again, I'm here and I've got a new slate to start with, and yeah, I want to win. I want to beat every single girl in this division and have my hands raised with the belt at the end of the season. So that's what I want. But again, that starts Friday night against Genah, so not looking past her.
Actually, a ton of them are retired, pro wrestling. They are having ups and downs, but you're getting up. How's your preparation? Because you're having a 3-win streak. You're having this fight on Friday. How's been your preparation physically and mentally?
Great. Like, I think my experience is what I bring to the table. It's one of the things that all these learning experiences throughout the way, and these, the things that don't break you make you stronger. Having that mentality, knowing who I am, having to face those, it's facing yourself at the end of the day. And I think that with my skills and with my experience in the sport, that's one thing I know I've done. I don't know about the other girls, but I've had to look at myself. I've had to start back after big losses and losing my belt against Cyborg and kind of like decide, do I still want this? I have to ask those questions, and I've answered those questions, and I'm hungrier than ever. So, yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Julia, what would you say would be the biggest difference in terms of how you feel at 155 pounds versus 145?
Just so strong. Oh my God. It's been awesome. It's been cool to not be super stressed about weight. I just had to stress about his weight cut last week. So, I gotta, again, and I get to live, again, Jen is a southpaw 155er, and I live with, to me, one of the best 155ers out there at southpaw. And so it's been amazing to have him, Lance Gibson Jr. in my corner, but also as my training partner for this fight. And I'm glad I'm out of those big, 15, 20, 22 pound weight cuts that I was doing for 145. So.
You touched on it a little bit there, but in terms of your experience, do you feel like that kind of sets you apart in terms of just the overall division and the fights that you've had?
Yeah, I do. I don't want to take away from what I know I bring to the table. Sometimes in the past I would almost not give myself that credit, and I know what I bring to the table. So that experience has made me a better me all around as a person, as a mixed martial artist, and just me as with my confidence. So I do think that that's going to be a big difference between me and the rest of the division.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hey, Julia, you said you watch a lot of tape.
Yeah.
What area of this fight do you expect to have the most success in?
I believe in my striking. I believe in all my aspects, my wrestling, my grappling. But I've watched a lot of tape, and I think that my wrestling is going to definitely pay off in this fight. But also, I'm comfortable with my hands and my kicks, so yeah, I'm open for everything.
And how do you see this getting? How do you see yourself getting this one done?
I've seen it so many different ways, But with my hands raised, first round, second round, third round, I'm coming for it. So
Extra points for sure.
yes, that's what I want.
Awesome.
Thanks.
Julia, you are a veteran of female MMA. What advice do you have to up and coming female fighters right now?
I enjoy the process. It's one step at a time. That's one thing that I would say that I wish I enjoyed the process more when I was in it, because it's stressful and you're and you're not kind of just aware of your surroundings. And I think that that's one thing that I would say is, if you're up and a comer and you're getting into the sport, enjoy it day by day, one fight at a time, and just be there, So
Thank you.